Hello and welcome to Organized Chaos monthly call. We are organizing our month. We are moving right into September and away we go, which I feel like popped up so fast. And so I know that I need these monthly calls. I need them weekly, but I think monthly is even more helpful just in the grand scheme of things. I will be next month will be our quarter. We will be talking all things quarter four, you guys, quarter four. And we will actually the retreat will be kicking off on September 28th, which is next month. I know that sounds crazy. If you are looking to join us, we still have a spot for you, and I would love for you to come and be a part of it. It will be an epic experience. You will grow and glean as a leader of your home, as a leader of your family. It will be just an experience that you can honestly say will change how you manage your home. It doesn't matter if you stay home. It doesn't matter if you are doesn't really matter. What matters is that you will have the tools to succeed. So that is coming up on September 28th. Hang on, I'm gonna actually get that out. So the way this kind of works, every month we have a planning session. We always try to have it before. So then that way, if you have birthdays that are coming up, you can get those birthday cards out. I actually thought about this really great idea that I'm gonna do here in one of my goals for September is I'm going to create a weekly docket sheet, and it's going to look like something like this. But something that you would fill out weekly. It would have a verse or an affirmation, something that you are keeping, true to yourself. It would have like high level things that you've got going on that are a little bit outside of, like, say, the normal. Actually, just really everything. So this would be something that you would tear out of a book, you would put on the fridge, or you put it in your command center, and you would let people know, or you would let everyone know kind of what's going on. It would have all your dinners laid out. It would have, if you're an after school mom, where even after homeschool doesn't really matter, kind of a theme for the week. So like tomorrow is National Letter Writing Day. I think Thursday is Trail Mix Day. I think there's a red wine day, National Bacon Day, I think is Friday. So basically you would have some themed trays, or you don't even have to have that, but something just to help you organize kind of your brain. This is where I do, I love A through Z verses for my kids. I think it's kind of neat that if you think of a letter, it's a great game to play, but if you think of the letter A, and we have a verse that goes with that: above all else, protect your heart because everything flows from it. And so I thought that I'm going to start this tomorrow. They will come home and they'll have like a piece of paper, and it'll have a word on it, and they'll have to write out what, like if it's love. Okay. So what's L, what's O, what's B, what's E. And then for like the littler ones, they're just going to work on coloring a verse and just kind of talking about how you implement it into your life. So that's kind of what you're keeping track of there. Then you have like high level goals for the week. So whatever that is, this would be like a quote that would be ever changing, just to motivate, keep you focused, keep you excited. And then this would just be like follow up. So like notes for next year and notes for next week. And I say next year because I am a big believer in this planner is really a guide to you next year. So when we sit down in September, we're going to bring our old planners, and it's going to be like basically like a cheat sheet of how this year went, so that we know what we maybe need to do differently. But these would be like amazing to have. So, whether you keep your weekly docket, maybe it just is like something that hangs. I'm thinking through it because I'm actually going to create it and sell it on Amazon. I just learned how, and I'm super pumped. I've actually increased some ways. I have a new, I don't want to say a new, but I recently have gone down another way to bring in money into your family's life. that has less to do with social media and more to do with the things that you purchase on a day-to-day basis, which is basically Amazon reviews. It sounds really silly, but it's very impactful. And knowing that your video will go on to make money for years and years, there's something to be said about that. So if you want to know more about that, hit me up. I will walk you through it. And anyway, all that to say, another way that I'm going to generate, I have this new theory, and it's not a new theory, but if you've ever done any kind of training in leadership, you always know that from an entrepreneur standpoint, you should have 7 different avenues of income. And, if I've learned one thing from putting all of my eggs in one basket for a couple of years, it doesn't really fuel you. It doesn't fuel, maybe some things that you have. So, I will be slowly implementing more and more ways and sharing how I'm doing that. And I can't wait because I'm so excited. So back to planning. So when we are filling out our goals, so I just have my September calendar. We're going to fill this out right now. There is some place for September goals. Your September goals should really be the end of whatever you didn't complete for the quarter. So my goals are obviously the OH retreat, itinerary, Halloween. I am actually going to get costumes because I'm not even, I am starting a basement declutter. I'm waiting for the cleaners to come and clean it because it got flooded. So our builder needs to come and have it professionally cleaned. So I'm waiting to that, because there's no point in, starting till I need to. Then financial meeting, James. So Thanksgiving service, Thanksgiving. I have an idea for my church, but I don't know if we'll be able to do it, but I'm gonna see if I can. And I'm gonna start making like the Christmas lists. I'd like to get ahead of that. So just kind of starting to see like what we need, what are things we do. I have a pretty simple way of keeping that clean, but that's my list, or that's kind of my plan for that. And then to finish, I'm currently taking a training on just being a better affiliate marketer. And we'll be expanding my brand to include Maxine Makes Money on TikTok and Instagram and Pinterest and YouTube. And so I've been doing a lot of back end work on that. So to finish training. So I'm going to be getting that going. Okay, so those are my high level goals. I have this already ready because I did this in June, July, August. I did this in May. So these were quarterly goals based on that I did in May that I now know that I'm going to finish up here in September. So that's why that was so fast for me. All right, and then I'm just going to fill out my calendar. So I like color coding. It just is easy for me to color code away. And I just put like lines of when each kiddo has things. Actually, probably won't have dance that day. So go ahead and get out your planners and get busy and get on writing out everything. Oh, darn it. There was like a parent summit. Bummer. Actually, and then while I'm sitting here and I'm kind of running through things, I have Need a Me with my hubby. We do Need a Me's on Sunday. I don't know if you guys do that, but it's a really helpful tool. We just go over each day in detail. Who's the driver? Who's this? Who's that? What are we doing? What's the plan? What do you have goals for this week? How can I support you? How can you support me? Blah, blah, blah. We have a devotional that we do together. And then, I call it Sexy Sunday. Not that you needed to know all my details, but there you have it. Okay, so I needed to, basement. Sorry, I'm just making a quick list. Okay. All right. Now we have Hudson. Nope, just those two. That's right. Hudson, Hudson, Hudson. I don't know if he has more, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Then I got Carterbug. It's just easy if you kind of pick a color for each kiddo. It helps you kind of see. September seems like a long month too, because it's 5 whole weeks. My family just all went to the pool and it just got real dark. So I'm thinking they will be back sooner than later. Okay, rookie, we got soccer, and then we have family, color, smart. We start Awana. Awana. Okay. And then have a color for yourself. Okay. Family color here. Oh, Brookie has a color. What color? Anytime you put a birthday in, I recommend going and putting on the list for your weekly list. So like my kiddo has a birthday for someone in 2 weeks. Get that on your list now so that you can like, okay, I need that present, in advance, basically. Just helps with all of that. Okay, what else you guys got? We got I'm filling out. I'm gonna pull up my calendar. I needed to go grab my old planner, which I'm struggling to find. And then just kind of have a color for birthdays that are different so that you can get those on there. 7. Done. 14. Up. It's so helpful to see all the birthdays in advance because I feel like we're gonna go over. Obviously, when you're doing your week ahead, you can go take like kind of a look ahead at these so that you can kind of see what you're looking at. But again, we'll do this we will have a call on the 17th. That will be our quarterly call. So you can put that on there. 2 p.m. quarterly call. It's a big one, 2 p.m. quarterly. Okay. I think that's it. Aside from the normal stuff. But this should help you kind of see what you go from nothing to lots of things. Now we have a lot more on this calendar, but one of my me things tonight is I need to talk to my husband about all the actual games. Right now I just have practices on here and I feel like I'm ready for the rest of the game. So okay, so then the next thing you can kind of do, let's go back to that weekly docket list that I was talking about. So here, I might actually put it on there. I might put movement on here, but scheduling your movement, your laundry, you know, your cleaning. If they're like a high level, like maybe on your kiddos chore list after school this week, it's not like their normal Monday mirrors and Tuesday toilets because you just cleaned your house, or because that's just not what's dirty. Maybe it's doors and handles and light fixtures, and maybe you need a little bit of that this week. And so, you know, make note of what is on your like day-to-day cleaning activities so that you can make that a priority for them after school and you after school. Yeah, we do. So my kids have just a little, we'll be wrapping up here in about 9 minutes, but we do a lot of, like after school, like we have jobs that are not, I don't want to call them jobs because I feel like it's part of living here, but they receive an allowance every month. And the reason they receive an allowance is because we want to train them to learn how to manage money, right? We use Greenlight. If you would like a link, I think I have a link for a free sign up, but it looks like this. So you have, you know, oh, interesting. It's kind of cool. I guess I have a scan. Here, let me see. Okay, here's a scan. If you wanted to try Greenlight, there you go. But it teaches them investment. It teaches them giving. It teaches them, it just teaches them a pile of stuff that will be, really in their best interest, for, you know, helping them in the future. So you can kind of decide. We at first initially decided $5 a week, but in looking at the cost of inflation, it might be more like 10. But then we also have 4 kids, and you know, Brooks and Hudson both think they should be getting. So I might go with 5 and then 10 for the olders and be like, that's part of a new responsibility. As you get older, you have more jobs. And obviously Avery and Carter have a lot more jobs than Hudson and Brooks. So you can kind of decide how you do that. But we sit down tonight, we have a family meeting. I actually am starting a new, this is not a new tradition at all, but an old tradition, and it's resurfacing. But we have a jar of marbles, and the jar of marbles is as many marbles as Brooks is to 18 years old. So it's 1 marble for every week until he's the last one here, which is super depressing, or it's super motivating because you have this jar of marbles and you can see for yourself that you only have a certain amount of time with your kiddos. And not that we like to keep that like on the forefront all the time, but it's important to know what you've got going. And so we on Sunday nights, we sit down we have a specific couch, and we talk about prayer requests. We talk about the weekly schedule. We talk about kind of maybe some expectations that we have for them, maybe days that we need some more help. We talk about all their schedules. We really just share more with the family so that they feel very involved in the planning of our own family. And this really allows us to be united. We pray together. We make sure every Sunday we kind of pray for the country, our neighborhood, just specific things, our grandparents, etc. But what I did buy was a Polaroid camera, and I bought a journal that has like a place for a picture. So you put the picture in, and then it has like some area for writing. And we're going to start today. But you write like highlights of this week. So, Hudson started baseball, and we learned that he's good. This has been our MO with this kid. It's like he's like a secret sports. We like didn't put him in anything, and he was kind of like, I don't want to say he's forgotten, but he's a little bit forgotten. And all of a sudden he was like, wow, like, we put him in soccer and he like crushes it. And we put him in baseball and he's crushing it. And it's just so funny to me that you don't put sometimes when they don't, just because they don't show interest doesn't mean that it's not there. Just my 2 cents coming from a mom with a lot of kids. Anyway, we kind of like highlight some of the things. Brooks had he had a girl come over and hang out and help babysit, and Carter got to go to Carowinds 2 times, and one with one friend, and then he came home and another friend took him, and just fun stuff like that, so that we can then look back over the year, and like think of the memories in that book. It will just be epic. So, and then the growth with their, pictures, one picture of our family each week. So, we have made Sunday our family day. We cannot find another day in the week that allows for us to connect as a family. So at 3 o'clock, phones go away, and we do what the kids want to do. So I think we're going to hit golf balls today, and then we're going to come home, play a board game, and then we'll have dinner, Bible study, and then family meeting in bed. So yeah, that's the agenda. I hope, when you're planning out your week, so I already made tomorrow's to-do list today. This is like my high level stuff up here for the week. Here is today. And then, you can put down at the bottom, you could have like one color of the laundry project or laundry load, maybe it's boys, girls. One of the things I was kind of thinking about actually while I was in church today was a song that came on, and it just like totally reminded me, but is, to have so let's say it's Carter's week for sheets. Then maybe it's Carter's week for sheets, and it's a week that I make sure him and I go on a date, just the two of us. Maybe next week it's Avery's bedding, and so next week it's her and I get to do the dates. And James, I feel like he just kind of fits in dates when he can with work, and obviously if it never happens, then we're more specific. But I think it just works really well with 4 kiddos, and doing it that way. We got to go on a hike yesterday with our littlest, just him, and it was funny and fun, and I felt like it was so necessary and important for us to have that time with him. So anyway, more intentional the better. That's why a Sunday well spent is a week in content. I hope you guys take the time today to do those things, and I will share this recording in Organized Health, and we'll be around all week. Okay, see ya.